Hello, my name is Priyanka Shetty, the project leader, along with my teammates
रेवती कंगाळकर,
श्रेया मोहिते,
दिशा पाटणकर,
are here to demonstrate our project Reconfigurable Smart Water Quality Monitoring System in IoT Environment under the project ID PROJ_EAP_10. Firstly, why do we have to monitor water? We know that Earth's surface is 70% covered with water, but still 2% is available for human consumption. And the present 2%, the quality of these 2% also keeps on fluctuating due to various environmental factors. So testing and monitoring of water becomes necessity. In earlier days, we used to collect various water samples, take it to the laboratory and then get it tested. This would involve a lot of human intervention and it would be time consuming. Now, we have developed a smart water quality monitoring system which reduces the human intervention and also is less time consuming. We get the results instantaneously from the sensors which are connected to our main processor. Our project name is self-explanatory, that is Reconfigurable Smart Water Quality Monitoring System in IoT Environment. Now, why is it called reconfigurable? This device can be customized to various other applications. That is, by reducing or by adding a few more sensors, this product can be customized to any other applications, that is irrigation or aquaculture. It is called smart because it involves less human intervention and can be accessible through any smartphones. Water quality monitoring system because it collects data continuously from various sensors and displays it on the smartphone. All this process happens in an IoT environment. Now what is IoT? IoT is the physical connection of all the devices, that is the sensors, actuators, which interact between each other and exchange data and send the data to the cloud. And the data stored in the cloud can be accessible irrespective of time and place.
So these are the hardware requirements of our project. This is the pH sensor E201BNC probe. It has an analog sensor which is connected to A0 pin of Arduino. Its operating voltage is 5 volts. The output is in terms of voltage which is then converted into pH values by the code. It has a driver circuit. This is the turbidity sensor SQU-SEN0189. This sensor can give output in both analog and digital form. We are using analog output in our project which is connected to A1 pin of Arduino. Its output voltage is 5 volts and the SI unit of turbidity is NTU. Hence, the voltage output of the sensor is converted into NTU by the code. It has a driver circuit. This is the temperature sensor DS18P20. It is a programmable digital temperature sensor which communicates using one-wire method. Temperature range is from -55 degrees Celsius to 127 degrees Celsius. Operating voltage is from 3 to 5 volts and the output pin is connected to D3. This is the ultrasonic sensor HCSR04. It can practically measure distance from the range of 2 cm to 80 cm. It can tell the sudden rise in the water level and the operating voltage is 5 volts. The processor which we are using is Atmega 3208P. It is an 8-bit AVR microcontroller. It has 14 digital input-output pins and 6 analog pins with 6 PWM channels. It has an inbuilt ADC which can be used to interface with analog devices. It can be programmed using the UART protocol with the help of a USB cable. This is the ESP8266 Wi-Fi module centered around the ESP8266 Wi-Fi system on chip. The operating voltage is 3 volts. It has 4 GPIO pins and can be connected to the microcontroller using UART protocol. This is the Arduino IDE software. used to configure the Arduino board. It is a platform used to write and upload the codes to Arduino.
Now coming to the working of our project is divided into three parts, that is data collection, data processing and data transmission, that is wireless transmission. Firstly, data collection. We use the pH sensor which has a glass electrode and a reference electrode, and the glass electrode is sensitive to the hydrogen plus ions. The potential difference between these two is calculated in terms of voltage and which is then changed according to our code into pH. And the driver circuit in the pH sensor helps to condition the signal.
This is the turbidity sensor. Turbidity is the measure of cloudiness or haziness of a fluid caused by suspended particle. It sends light beam into the water, and then if suspended particles are present, then the light beam scatters there. The scattered light is reflected to the light detector. The more is light received from the light detector, the more are the suspended particles into the water, and the more is the turbidity. It also has a driver circuit connected to it, which helps in conditioning its signals.
This is our third sensor, that is a temperature sensor. It is a device used to measure the degree of hotness or coolness of water. This depends upon the voltage across the diode.
The last sensor which we have used is ultrasonic sensor, also known as level sensor, and in our project it detects water level.
So coming to the data processing part, Arduino Uno, that is a microcontroller, is used for processing the data, and it is configured using Arduino IDE software. Various sensors are connected to the analog and digital pins of the Arduino. And the last part is wireless transmission, which is done using ESP8266 Wi-Fi module, and the data is transmitted wirelessly to the ThingSpeak cloud.
The data which we have received from the sensors is uploaded to the ThingSpeak cloud. ThingSpeak is an open source cloud platform which helps in analyzing, visualizing and acting on data which we have received from the sensors. This is the home page of a ThingSpeak channel. This is the name of channel which we have created, which is JSON. It has channel ID and author name. It is also accessible to public so that anyone who reads the channels can get the information. Here is the channel statistics. We have created the 4 fields. Turbidity field displays its values in terms of NTU, temperature in terms of Celsius, pH in terms of pH range, which is 0 to 14, and this is the potability meter. Here 0 represents that water is unfit for drinking and 1 represents the value the water is fit for drinking.
To test our smart water quality monitoring system, we have taken 2 samples of water. First one is clean water, and second sample we have taken water mixed with soap and other suspended particles. Now starting with the testing of first sample, that is clean water. First we will insert all the sensors, that is temperature sensor, pH sensor and turbidity sensor. Here we will see the potability of the water. According to WHO standards, the value for turbidity is 1 to 4 NTU, and the result which we have got here is 2.8. Similarly, for temperature, it is normal temperature, that is 23 degrees Celsius. And for pH, the WHO standard ranges between 6.5 to 8.5, and the value which we have got here is 7.6. So similarly, the potability meter shows the value 1, which is fit for drinking. Hence here we conclude that the water is fit for drinking. Now let us test for sample 2, that is water mixed with soap and other suspended particles. Now we will transfer the sensors into this sample. So here we can see the values for soapy water or dirty water for sample 2. For turbidity it is showing 5.1, temperature it is 23, and for pH it is 9.5 according to WHO standards, which does not fit in the range of potability water. So the meter is showing here 0, which concludes that the water is not fit for drinking.
This is our designed app, Sensors. This app is developed with the help of cross-platform app builder Thunkable that enables anyone to build their own native apps. The app developed works on both Android and iOS devices and can be uploaded on Google Play Store and App Store. It is a web viewer app, which means any website can be opened within your app to display. So we have displayed ThinkSpeak page within our app. After opening the app, this is the window it shows. Channel stats, this is the turbidity value. This is the temperature value. And this is the pH value. At the end, potability meter is shown, which helps us recognize whether water is fit for drinking or not.
Similarly, a smart water quality monitoring system can be reconfigured for other applications like irrigation and aquaculture purpose. Thank you one and all for watching.